Founded 75 years ago, the Glen Lake Association in Leelanau County has a long history of sponsoring programs to protect water quality. In recent years, the association has been working with the Leelanau Conservancy and others to encourage the use of native vegetation as natural buffers to filter runoff and stop water pollution.
After learning from a national survey of lakes conducted by the Environmental Protection Agency that lakes without natural shorelines were 3 times as likely to be in poor biological condition, the Glen Lake Association developed the Guardian program for both landowners, property owners, and people who live, work, and play in our watershed. It offers education about best management practices and provides information and support for landowners wanting to improve their natural shoreline footprint by planting native plants that help with taking up excessive nutrients and reducing sediment from runoff.
The Guardian program is one of a collection of efforts that can be used to meet the pollution control goals of a formal watershed management plan as approved by the Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes, and Energy, or EGLE. The Leelanau Conservancy is working with the Glen Lake Association and other associations to create and update these watershed management plans.
The Leelanau Conservancy got involved in watershed planning probably around the early 2000s, mostly because of the staff expertise, but also because the watershed plans can help us to protect more land, but we also, care about the overall goal of having watershed protection and making sure our streams and water bodies and all the land is protected and not further disturbed. In doing the watershed planning work, mostly we're approached by the lake associations that come to us and we help facilitate the planning process. And when the plan is done, instead of just putting it on a shelf, it's really up to the lake associations or the different entities involved, the stakeholders, to implement the plan. And one of the ways the plan is implemented, for example, in Glen Lake, is the Guardian program. And that program has since moved to other lake associations.
So as part of the overall watershed protection perspective, a thing that a property owner can do is, like we see here, allow native plants to come back in that had previously grown but maybe are just being mowed. A simple strategy is to stop mowing a few feet from the shoreline and see what comes up. And then at that point, if you need help identifying plants, we have experts who can come in and guide you as to what you want to keep on your property and what things might be invasive. This landscape that we're on today also is a combination of what was naturally occurring here, but also very intentional addition of other native plants that were helpful to the ecosystem for pollinators and other biological benefits that they offered. And they also happen to be very beautiful. You can have a natural but very intentional landscaped environment. It doesn't have to be wild and crazy.